Okay, our next speaker is going to be Mr. Kettig Coghill. He's one of our Tea Party organizers. Kettig is a veteran, he's a teacher, and he's a real estate agent, and I think he dabbles into a few other things. But anyway, he and I have gotten to be good friends, and it's my pleasure to present Kettig to you to give a short talk. Kettig?
Thank you, Rick. It's kind of impromptu. We didn't know who was going to speak and how long they were going to speak, and having to speak after Les Naismith is, you know, quite an honor, but it also puts you on the spot, so to speak. And the other thing is, I really hate it when my wife is right. You know, when I left the house, she said, take a jacket. I said, I don't need a jacket. It's going to be warm out there. And right now, it's kind of cool. The other thing is, we were in the election when Obama was running. I was really watching it real close, and I thought, boy, this is really going to be cool. We're going to have the opportunity to elect the first African American. He's for change, you know. And I was really, really leaning towards Obama, and my wife said, I don't trust him. And usually, when my wife says I don't trust him, she's normally right, and she proved to be right this time. I did, don't take me out and crucify me, I did vote for John McCain. I was just asked to say something, and so what I wanted to talk to you today about was my experience yesterday at the doctor's office. And yes, I'm on Medicare, been on Medicare. I'll be a year in January. And of course, I've been getting these flyers from Baron Hill, and he must really think I'm stupid, because he told me that the insurance premiums were going to go down. As a senior, I was going to get better care. We were going to add 40 to 50 million people to the health care system, and we weren't going to overburden that. And it was just great. And oh, we were going to cut 500 billion. Now, I didn't stutter. 500 billion, that's half a trillion. We're going to cut $500 billion out of Social Security, and as a senior citizen, I'm going to get better care. Well, let me tell you what the better care was yesterday. Yesterday, went to the doctor, had a procedure that is done fairly often, and it's a continuous procedure ever so often. You don't need to know what it is. But anyway, long story short, they brought a document to me. He said, we want you to sign this. I said, well, what is it?
What's up?
And they said, well, Medicare won't pay for this any longer, so you're going to have to sign it saying you agree to pay for it. Now, this was a $350 procedure, so I'll tell you what, they already got $350 out of that $500 billion out of me yesterday, okay? And you know who they're going to get the rest of it from? That's right, you, because they're going to cut $500 billion out of that Medicare care. Well, that's a result of a health care bill that Baron Hill didn't even read. And I was asking someone the other day, I said, by the way, who wrote this thing? Okay, who wrote it? Well, you know what? Congress didn't write it. Okay? The leaders didn't write it. Our congressmen didn't write it. Doctors didn't write it. Insurance people didn't write it. Druggists weren't involved. It was written by a liberal think tank out of someplace, presented to Congress, and they said, oh, well, we have to pass it to see what's in it. That's a quote from Nancy Pelosi. Okay, anyway, Baron Hill didn't read it. It is insulting to receive his recent mailings. I told you this was improv. I'll leave you with, on the health care, the words of Chief Joseph of the Nez Perce Indians. And Chief Joseph said, it does not take many words to speak the truth. Obviously, I don't know what you think about the health care bill, so maybe that it's full of lies. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to talk to you just briefly about was, I talked to the doctor. This doctor is a sharp doctor. been in practice for a long time. He's a specialist. He has several inventions on the market. He is on staff at Indiana University Medical School. Just a real sharp guy. And so while we were talking there in the office, I asked him, I said, Doc, I said, what's the one thing that you would change about the whole healthcare system if you had to change it? And his answer was insurance companies and Medicare. He said that when he started practice, he had 7 people working the healthcare claims and Medicare claims. Today he has 30, and his practice is about the same size. So he says that's one of the things he would do. One last thing is and he said it's got to be redone. He said that in 3 years, most physicians are looking at the fact that there won't be anything called private practice. So the reason Obama never really got pushed on the public option is because under this existing plan, if it works the way that it looks like it's going to work, the only thing you'll have will be a public option. Then one final thing is that I want you to look at the congressmen and the people that are running this year. You know, I haven't heard one single member of the House of Representatives run on the health care bill. I haven't heard one congressman run on his record. Instead, they've all turned to character assassination and talking about everything else except the issues, which are spending, the health care bill, immigration. All those issues are out there. They don't talk about them. They talk about, Todd Young said that we're in the middle of nowhere. Talk about taking something out of context. That's a real good example. Anyway, I'm going to turn this back over to Rick, and hope you enjoy yourself. Oh, one final thing. Tea Party, as you know, is not going to simply endorse any particular candidate. But if you want to do something, if you want to make a difference, I've got 50 signs sitting over here that I need to distribute. So if you want to put a sign in your yard supporting somebody that's going to defeat Barron Hill, they're right over there on the other side of the tent.